morning, boys and girls, moms and dads, everyone in Viewerland. Happy Generator Garbage Monday. I got the Champion Dual Fuel here, as you see, on an angle. And that's to drain my gasoline tank. We've talked about that in other videos. We're just going to go back to the basics today. But I got the board. But now in an emergency, I wouldn't have it on an angle like this with the board. I would have the tank full of fuel. And you want to keep your generators away from doors and windows. And you want to keep doors and windows closed. And you want to have working CO and working battery backup smoke detectors in your house too. So you want to keep the carbon monoxide out of the house. So I put a quart of gasoline in here, and I used a gallon can. I fill a gallon can, and I use that for my weekly generator runs, and I just pour a quart. So a fourth of a gallon I pour in here with that, a longer funnel that we've all seen. So I run the non-ethanol premium. If you can find any non-ethanol gasoline, that's what you want to run in your generators. In an emergency, we're going to use the propane. That way, when the power comes back on, you can simply shut the power off without having to drain a gas tank and do all that stuff. But I don't store my generator with gasoline in it, so I run a clean quart through it every week, let it run, and I run it dry, and that helps the tank dry out by having it on an angle. So let's go ahead and start her up. So I put the choke on the one side, turn the petcock on, and now it'll be a second to start because we just turned the petcock on. So now you let it run for a minute or two, and then you plug in some type of draw on it so it has a draw. So you can hear how it was sputtering a little bit when it started. That's because the fuel system was dry. We run it dry. So we let it run dry, shut the petcock, go to full choke and start it again. Let it sputter a few times. So you can hear it's running good and strong now. Now just leave it run, and then we'll shut off the generator prior to it turning off, so that it doesn't have a draw on it. So let's go over to the Generac. So we're back here. We have the green light on the Generac, as you see, and that means the last time it ran, everything checked out. So today, it's going to do its weekly run. It runs on natural gas, and it's going to run, and that's great. So we've talked about the codes on how to clear some of them, and if it's above you to do this stuff, contact your dealer and have them come out and do it for you. So we're just trying to make it fun for everybody to learn a little bit about these, to be able to maintain your generator yourself, because in an emergency, when it hits 48 hours, you're not going to be able to change the oil with the dealer. They're not going to come out in an emergency when it's running 4 or 5 days straight and change your oil. So it's good to keep the oil on hand, the filter on hand, and when we do an oil change on this, we'll videotape that for everybody too. I have the dealer coming out because I like them to do the maintenance on it. That way it proves for the warranty that it was done. So I let them do it like your new car. Let them do it, but it's good to have the backups yourself too. So she ought to be starting any minute. It's not going to supply power to the house during that time. Remember, the flashing green is power. So we have to do a power failure, which we've done. A couple of whole house runs for everybody. And if you don't have power failures, you do that every few months. That way the generator gets to produce power with a draw on it. So that's a good thing. So she'll be starting any second now. The Mobile Link app is a new app on the phone. So get rid of your old app if you have it, and then download the new one, and then log in, and it's got a lot more information on it. My generator did lose the, here it goes. She's going to run for 5 minutes. My generator did lose its Wi-Fi connection. They do that sometimes. their Wi-Fi. So they do lose the Wi-Fi connection sometimes, and it's easy to do. The more you do it, the better you get, which is why we run our generators every week and practice with everything. So the more you use your equipment, the more familiar you become with it, and that's always a good thing. So that's why I do my weekly runs with my stuff.